Welcome everybody, my name is Ainsley. Today, SRI New Home Showcase is at Penrith. We are within a highly sought after locale in the Queenstown region, and this is brought to you by two powerhouse developers, Hong Leong and 𝐏𝐄𝐍𝐶. They of course have developed Lentor Central, Warwick and the Avenue, and most recently, the record-breaking Springleaf Residence. Now, let's go meet our managing partner Ken Loh to find out more about Penrith. Let's go. So Ken, having done so many new homes videos, right, over the last couple of years, we've never done anything here before. What's going on? What's happening?
So the last launch that we saw in this locale was actually Margaret Ville.
Yep.
That was launched in 2017-18
Okay,
period. So it's been about 7-8 years
Yep.
since we last saw a launch in this highly sought after area.
Tell us more about Penrith now then. What does Penrith have to offer?
So I lived my childhood here. I lived with my grandparents in Stirling Road. My primary school was here as well. 𝐏𝐿𝐶 Primary is now defunct. Queenstown is the first satellite town in Singapore and also the area where the first few HDBs were being built.
Okay.
It was established all the way back in 1952.
Sure.
And they honor the Queen Elizabeth when she received her coronation in 1953.
Right.
That's why they name it Queenstown.
Okay.
Right. So we all know in the past when Singapore started gaining independence, when we are building this country, we chose the southern part of Singapore to be our CBD, the central area. So of course the first few housing were all built around this central area.
It makes sense,
right?
yeah.
So that is the reason why Queenstown remains as one of the most highly sought after locations because of how centrally located it is. It is in very close proximity to your keynotes such as your CBD, your Orchard, and even your downtown
area.
right? So in the latest draft master plan 2025, we have seen how the government has come to almost a full circle in transforming Singapore.
Okay.
They are now then rejuvenating our old and matured estates, especially in the southern part of Singapore. And because Queenstown is the first satellite town, it is also the first to be rejuvenated over the years. So as I compare the old Queenstown to today, what we are seeing, the old HDBs are gone. More lands have been filled up. What we are seeing today around Penrith especially are your new BTOs that came up. They are all in your Dawson area. We used to have our old cinema, the bowling alley, and these are all gone as well. We are seeing a very new facelifted Queenstown today, but I think we are still having more rejuvenation process ongoing.
Okay.
I've always mentioned about how HDB prices don't lie.
They never
right? Because they lack investment element. Transactions of HDB are mainly for homestay. We can also see that this area is extremely safe because of its location. Queenstown shows one of the highest number of $1 million HDB transacted and also hosts one of the highest prices of HDB. So in June this year, we saw a national record being broken with a Queenstown 5-room loft that was transacted above 1.65 million.
Wow.
This is the kind of money people are willing to fork out for this area.
A good location.
Because of its location.
So Ken, we have also seen many launches over the years, especially here as well, right? Recently we had a Margaret Ville, like you mentioned earlier. Tell us a little bit more about how they have been faring.
We have seen very strong, healthy transactions over the years, but more notably, there are 4 condos that we want to look at, the newer ones, namely your Commonwealth Towers, Queen's Peak, Margaret Ville, and Stirling Residences. So across these 4 very popular developments, we have only seen a total of 6 unprofitable transactions out of probably thousands of transactions that took place. And out of these 6, there are 5 that are actually your 1-bedrooms. And in fact, they may be part purchase transaction, a decoupling transaction, because they are actually almost at break even. It's only a few $1,000s of loss inside there. So I would say when you look at both HDB transaction and also the private transaction, you will know that you are entering into a very safe zone because with or without investment element, this location itself can safeguard your price and your appreciation.
With the latest draft master plan, are the rejuvenation happening around Queenstown area? Is it completed already? Is it still going on? What's happening?
So although we have seen a lot of changes happening already, and especially if you drive along the main road of Commonwealth Avenue, you would seem on the surface that the land use is high density, but in fact there's a very large hidden portion at the back of where Penrith is, which in direction is up north, and under the draft master plan, they are slated for a very large residential enclave all the way to your Dempsey area. And they will create a new road from where we are
that will lead up,
that will lead up all the way to Dempsey. So with more housing options coming in over the years in future, you expect to see higher prices in this area. And of course with larger population, we also see increased and improved amenities, including your schools, your supermarkets and stuff like that all around this area. So one of the first few that we already started to see government plan for is actually the redevelopment of your Alexandra Hospital. It used to be a very, very old hospital.
Yep.
It will be torn down and rebuilt with additional towers with the capacity to hold up to close to 1,400 beds. On the other hand, we also see in close proximity to where we are, the old Stirling neighbourhood centre will be redeveloped into an integrated development that comprises of a hawker centre, your market, polyclinic, shops and other amenities in that area. So these are plans to support the growing population within this area itself.
Yeah, makes sense.
And on the larger scale, towards the western part of where Penrith is located, we are in very close proximity to the Greater One North.
Sure.
So we know how much emphasis is being placed in this technology belt. Other than more tech firms that will be coming in to grow this area, we will also see a new housing estate coming up in your Mediapolis area.
Oh, okay.
So we already started to see 1 or 2 launches that are coming in with more lands being released.
Right.
Although we have already gone through quite a bit of rejuvenation and it's a beautiful place to live in, there will be even larger milestones that will happen along the way.
Sure. Maybe you can share with us from a previous experience, what's it like living in this area?
We are going to have huge convenience because of how centrally located we are. Amenities are plentiful around since it's a matured neighbourhood. We are only about 2 to 3 minutes walk away from Queenstown MRT station and we have quite a number of schools all around us. Penrith is flanked by the Alexandra Canal Linear Park. I think this is going to be one of the key features for livability in this area. Along the linear park, you actually link all the way to your Zion Road Food Centre, to your Great World City, and then directly link all the way to the 4 promenades. Right, your Robertson Quay, your Boat Quay, Clark Quay, ending off in your Marina Bay area. Just one straight road down, you can cycle, you can jog, and I think it's a fantastic amenity to have for growing families. Then of course, on the other side, you can also go through the Alexandra Canal Linear Park and link all the way to your rail corridor that brings you from north to south of the whole Singapore. So other than the urban forest that people think we are in fact, we have all these soft touches that will make this place a perfect place to live in.
So here at the model, 2 towering stories at Penrith. We have Bala, our cluster head, who will be sharing with us a little bit more. But first, of course, Penrith got its name from this place in England called Cumbria, known for their quaint streets and heritage architecture. So Bala, share with us a little bit more.
So as you enter along Margaret Drive, right, so that's where the entrance to development is. Once you enter, you make a right turn, you're heading towards your basement car park. On the other side of the development is where all your service vehicle enters. Right, you have your bin centers, you have your genset and all tucked at the basement.
Oh, nice. The flow is going to be really good.
Correct. So on the surface level, it looks very pleasant, very English-themed setting. You can see the whole driveway called the Boulevard Driveway. It's very welcoming. 462 units, 2 bedrooms up to 4 bedroom units. On the 40th floor, you have 2 sky terraces on each tower, where you have very extravagant views towards Dempsey as well as the GCB landed enclave.
I noticed there's a covered linkway. Can you just share where does it lead to?
So there are 3 side gates to this development. On the furthest end of the side gate is where it leads you towards your Queenstown MRT station.
How long
it's a sheltered walk of about 3 to 4 minutes. There are 2 other side gates. One is of course your pedestrian entrance towards the development. On the other side, there is another side gate where parents who have kids who are enrolled in the ECDC can take the side gate in to the centre. So at Penrith, the site itself is about 150 meters in length. So the 2 towers which are facing each other is about 60 meters away. So you have a very good spacing between the 2 blocks. And in the center is where all the facilities are also located. So you do have a 50 meters lap pool, your air-conditioned gym, you have your reading room, your function rooms, which are all in the center, overlooking the pool. Over and above, you do have 3 English-themed gazebos where you can have your barbecue and whatnot. At the top roof level, you do have another 2 gazebos which comes with barbecue pavilions as well. Another strong point which I would like to highlight is the elevation of the units. Our 2nd floor unit starts from a typical 5th story. Why is that so? Is because we are elevated about 15 meters from the road level. So that gives us a better view towards the outside of the development. We are now at the 2-bedroom show unit, 678 square feet. We have a total of 78 units, of which there's only 1 stack which is overlooking your facility area. It's a dumbbell layout, which is efficiency in space. You have an enclosable kitchen. So both your master as well as your common rooms have their ensuite bath. Your master bedroom can fit in a king-size bed and a side table. Your common room, you can fit in a queen-size bed with a side table as well. So we are now at the 3-bedroom unit, 1066 square feet. We only have one stack of this particular layout, and this particular stack overlooks Dempsey and your GCB area. What's unique about this particular layout is the walkway, which is very much wider compared to other developments. Other than that, you also have an enclosed kitchen for all your 3-bedroom units and above, and all the kitchens will have their own windows. If you look at the living and dining space, it can easily pass off as a 4-bedroom because of how it's laid out and the openness which you have. I'm now in the master bedroom of a 4-bedroom unit. This is one of my personal favorites. Why? Because it gives me a very good space. You don't have wardrobes which are protruding out from the walls. You have a dedicated corner for your wardrobes. You can even put in your own dresser and still have very good walking space. The developers for Penrith has gone one step ahead, providing a picture frame window to enhance your views towards the greenery. For the 4-bedroom units, your master as well as 2 other common rooms will give you view towards your Dempsey and your Good Cast bungalow area.
So everyone in the market is looking for a safe option, and I think Penrith is a very safe option for any buyers to come in because of its very strong track record in both public and private housing.
Okay, yep.
With its location being so superior, we know this area will never fail. And of course, we have seen Queenstown being highly rejuvenated already. Beyond this, we are still going to see a lot more rejuvenation taking place with more housing options coming in. And with that, amenities will start flowing in as well. So I think there will be many meaningful milestones for the buyers to exit, be it whether is it a short or long-term hold. It's worth for everyone to come down to take a look, especially because of its location.
So if you want to come on by, Penrith will be previewing from the 3rd of October, and of course our consumer seminar by Ken will be happening on the 6th of October, and of course booking day will be happening on the 18th of October. So do contact your preferred SRI salesperson to come on by to check out Penrith. We look forward to seeing you here. My name is Ainsley.
I'm Ken.
Bye.
Bye.